Hi there. Welcome back. Welcome back to Rock on Live. My name is Dr. Rock, and I am a lifestyle medicine physician. I help people make lifestyle changes to unlock their potential, live their best life, live to their fullest health. And today I'm here to talk about mindfulness, not just any mindfulness. I'm here to talk about stealth mindfulness. So today I'll cover, first of all, what I think is one of the biggest myths about meditation. And then I will describe this concept of stealth mindfulness, give you some my own personal experience, and then some examples and techniques you can use to implement this in your life. And we will help you level up. Okay. So first, the myth, right? Let's address a common myth, which is I don't have time to meditate. And I've said it to myself. Many people believe that meditation requires setting aside large chunks of time. Before we get into that, I would say one, what I've learned from personal experience, but it's probably best exemplified by this quote by Gandhi, who said, I have so much to do today that I shall meditate for 2 hours instead of 1." Which is to say that, when you take some time when you take some time to practice your focus and your attention and cultivate your awareness, that in turn makes you more focused and intentional with your time when you're not doing that. So it's an investment. One way to look at it is an investment. And too many people, when they say they don't have time, they are looking at meditation, and this is true of so many self-care behaviors. They're looking at it as a chore. And it's true, we don't have time for a big list of chores. But what if you truly feel like you don't have time? Okay. Let's say that. Let's say you are stretched super thin. I get it. And that carving out time seems unmanageable and unmanageable and imaginable. So enter stealth mindfulness. Um, and this is a concept or a term that I didn't come up with. The concept I remember reading about in The Power of Now, um, Eckhart Tolle. The term I heard recently from one of my recent guests on our podcast, Jordana Confino, who is a former attorney who now teaches other professionals and attorneys about self-care, the importance of self-care and self-compassion, and how to avoid burnout. So, as a great episode, that was episode 30 of the Health Feast. So, I highly recommend you check it out. And during our conversation, she shared this idea of stealth mindfulness, which is integrating mindfulness into your daily activities. So, it's simply put, it's just being present and fully engaged in whatever you're doing. So, turning anything, and this could be a mundane task, is turning anything into an opportunity for mindfulness. So, for example, most days now, I at some point in the morning or night, I do the dishes. And I remember a surgeon sharing this with me several years ago at a physician wellness retreat that I was leading, that he found this moment of peace and clarity in the pre-surgery ritual of washing his hands. And it really, the sensation of the water running over his hands, the sound of the water, he would close his eyes and he would visualize the procedure he was about to do. And he would visualize everything going perfectly as planned. And then he would take deep breaths and just feel the sensation of the water and the sound and experience the sound of the water and really bring this moment of stillness. And that is a beautiful example of mindfulness. So you can do this. How many times do I have water running over my hands? Like I said, I do this now when I do the dishes. If I remember to, although increasingly I remember to, because as soon as the water hits my hands, then I that sensation kind of triggers this. So what are you doing? You're focusing on the sensations and the movements. When we sit and we do meditation, uh, and we're practicing, that's right, meditation practice. When we sit and we do meditation, or meditating, what are we doing? Well, there's an object of focus, and that object of focus can be your breath. Very often, it's your breath, and it can be the sensations in your body. It can be sounds. It can be even just our perception of awareness. It can be a candle flame or something else visual. There are many things it can be. And very often in Vipassana or mindfulness meditation, the idea is that you are training your ability to focus, you're training your attention, and you're training your awareness. So you're attending or focusing on something, but then you're learning how to note the sensations and other distractions that you may be having, whether it be something you hear or a thought you have. You're noting that. And all of these things you're doing, if you sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, um, you can do that while you're doing the dishes. You can do that while you're driving. Um, you can feel the warmth of the water. You can listen to the sound of the water. And then you'll notice a thought, or you'll notice something distracting you, because we are very prone to get lost in our thoughts. And that as soon as you notice that, you can note it. You can say, "Oh, I'm having a thought." You can also note how it's making you feel. You don't have to, but sometimes it can help give awareness to the thought that you're having. You say, "I'm having this thought. Oh, I'm feeling very preoccupied by that. I'm feeling worried about that meeting I have tomorrow," whatever it is. Then you come back to the object of awareness. You don't judge those thoughts or those feelings that you may be having. Um, you note them, and then you come back to the object of awareness. So really, any activity can become this. So when you're walking, you can pay attention to the each step, the feel of the ground beneath your feet, the surroundings, you know, noticing the colors, the sounds, the smells. When you're driving, we get so, if you're going a route that that you go regularly, you're not thinking about the driving. You're not even aware of the driving. And you can stay present. You can focus on some aspect of the experience or something in your field of view, or your breath, while you're driving. Notice your breath when traffic is more or less. Notice the sensation of your hands on the wheel. Um, all of this, then I want to pivot to this idea of grounding skills. And grounding is a way to bring yourself back into the present moment. So, whereas any activity can be a mindful activity, you can bring mindfulness to any activity. Grounding skills are things that you can do to bring yourself back into the present moment. And so I'll give you a few ideas on how to do this. One is having a grounding object. So this is carrying some small object that centers you. This could be like a smooth stone or some piece of jewelry you wear, if you wear a necklace or something that you can feel, often just tactile, the sensation of kind of feeling it in your hands, really then bringing yourself back to that sensation, right? That's what's bringing you back into the present moment is the bringing your attention to a specific aspect of that object, usually how it feels. Um, you can use your senses in this way too, so you can notice, what am I in this moment right now? What am I smelling? What am I hearing? What am I feeling? What am I seeing? And just answering quickly those questions brings you back into the present. What's taking you out of the present moment? It's your thoughts, right? You're thinking about the past, or either you generally worrying about the past, sometimes reminiscing, but often worrying, um, or worrying about the future, having anxiety about what may be coming or planning, but that's what's taking us away from the present moment. So you can use your senses, and then you can always use your breath. And, I like the idea of just the one breath meditation, which is just like it sounds. Your back straight and in through the nose. There. I just did it. Hopefully, so did you. So just taking a deep, intentional breath, focusing on the inhale and the exhale, that brings you back here in this present moment. So how do you implement this? Well, think about your day. Think about something you do regularly. So if you, for example, do the dishes regularly, do laundry, like most people, you probably do, um, or have a commute with just something you do where you can insert mindfulness. You can start practicing stealth mindfulness. It could be brushing your teeth, it could be drinking your morning coffee, it could be walking from your car to the office building, you know? And then, the other thing I say about mindfulness is it's look at it as an opportunity and look at it as a doorway and be patient. It's a skill that develops over time. Eventually, it starts to feel good. If at early on when you're doing it, it feels bothersome or uncomfortable, that's to be expected. And don't be hard on yourself if your mind wanders. That is part of the experience. It's actually watching your mind wander and catching it, and just be patient. And then lastly, stay curious. So, this is how you practice stealth mindfulness, is you approach your day, your activities with a sense of curiosity, with a sense of openness. And we attribute a lot of negativity to certain things. Like when I used to say, I don't like doing the dishes. I don't like, you know, if you say those things, they're going to be true. And if you go into it with that attitude and anything, then you'll make it true. So approach your life, approach activities with a sense of openness, sense of curiosity. Notice how the experience changes over time, new details each time. Yeah. All right. that is all I have for you today. If you practice stealth mindfulness and you have ways in which you've incorporated this into your day to day, and would love for you to share in the comments below. And if you never want to miss a Rock On Live, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate all of you. All right. Fist bump, live well, and rock on. I will see you back here next time.